Okay, what is that? What the heck? What is up with my boys? All right. Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Malingi, aka Ling Ling, aka MJ, and welcome back to another video. So, yeah, if you guys saw, I didn't post up a video last week. I do apologize for that. I kind of took a social media hiatus. I guess I should have let you guys know. I just kind of do things. I don't know. I just kind of do things according to my life, which is good. But I definitely need to inform you guys now. Yeah, I kind of look a bit different. I've changed up my hairstyle, as well as I've gone completely bare on my face. But anyways, man, I am so happy to be back. I'm actually so excited. I have been so busy. I've been so knackered with work, training, and just, yeah, I think it's just been my life for the past 2 weeks. It's just work and training, and work has been pretty tiresome. So with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys something about today that I've kind of wanted to talk about for a while. But before we get into that, yo, I can't believe it's December. It is December. 2020 has been a cluster of life events, like crazy life events. In Australia, we started off with the bushfires, then we went into floods, and then we went into the pandemic. Crazy things all in 1 year. And I know definitely you guys can follow my journey as well within, starting from my first video that I made, which you can see right up here, where I talk to you guys about my weight gain during the quarantine. And that pretty much covers my life, or covers somewhat of my life, from the beginning of this year up until that time. I did go through a pretty dark storm in the pretty dark period in my life last year, as well as early this year. And then COVID came in and just kind of, I don't know, this pandemic really just helped patch things up. I was at home a lot more, and if I could describe this year in one word, I would say healing, right? So I don't see it any other way like that. It's been such a process of healing for me this year, and it really goes to my original motto that I started off with at the beginning of this YouTube channel, and that was trust the process and enjoy the process. And man, am I definitely enjoying this process. So with that being said, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys something a bit personal today, and that is a topic that I've seen on several forums. I've seen from several Redditors as well, and that is the topic of how people treated you before and after weight loss. Now, obviously, I'm not done. I really am not done, but I can definitely tell the differences from now and back then. Okay, now, yeah, that was me. That was me at 145 kilos. I was a big boy. I should say that. I was a big boy, and right now I've lost just over 30 kilos, and the differences between me being at that weight and me being at this weight, I felt like people didn't want to listen to me, simply because I was big. They wouldn't take me seriously. And at being a bigger individual, I wasn't taken seriously. That I would say they would just, look at it from face value, or look at it from the surface, and never really go any deeper, because I just wasn't taken seriously. And it kind of boils down to when people just judge you for being, bigger, right? And they're like, oh, why should I listen to this guy, even though he's giving me advice probably, about like something completely unrelated to weight loss. It could be something about like finances, right? Or it could be something about psychological, but they won't listen to you because you're bigger. Or maybe they won't like they won't take you seriously because you're bigger. And that happened to me a lot. Like, I know a lot of the times where I talk to my friends and family that my opinions really kind of just didn't matter because I was a bigger individual. And I noticed that was the difference. And I can back that up because as I was starting to lose weight, right, especially when I gave people advice to lose weight at being 145, it really isn't like, I didn't give that much advice. I'm not that person, but I would tell my family that, yo, we need to lose some weight. And I felt like it was never ever taken seriously. And I feel like I had a responsibility in that I didn't play, right? Because if I can talk the talk, I have to walk the walk. And that is exactly what I wanted to be for my family. I wanted to be that example, that I wanted to be that type of person that, you know what, I will give you the advice and I will follow up with that advice and I will back up my shit. Like all of those things, that's what I personally wanted to do. And it wasn't until I started losing weight where people started noticing me, especially in public. One thing that happened to me when I was bigger is that people just stare at you like you belong in the museum. And they probably thought I did belong in the museum because like I was definitely a specimen. Okay, and I don't mean that in a good way, because here I am walking around with my blonde dyed hair, with my titties just like poop, going out that way. And I was pregnant when I was 145. I was overdue. I was 24 months pregnant. It was ridiculous, okay? And I would walk around and people would just stare at me and be like, the main thing is that when I was in public, people just looked at me like I was like a freak show, okay? And they would just like stare at me and then they would ignore me and they were like, no one would notice me. And to be honest, I loved that. I didn't like the part where people looked at me like as if I was a freak show, but I liked the fact that people just didn't notice me. I'm like, cool, don't notice me. Don't notice me, senpai. Okay, I'm just going to like hide in my little corner, in my little aisle, in the chocolate aisle. Mind your damn business, okay? I'm gonna hide here. Don't you worry about me, okay? Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm cool. It was really good. It felt good to like not be noticed. Because as I started losing the weight, as I started shedding the pounds, the kilos, things did change, and it did change for the better and for the worse. One of the things that changed for the better is that now I felt like my opinion actually mattered now, that what I was saying actually had some power to it, some credibility. As I was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, yeah, things did definitely change, especially in the public view. People were looking at me more, people were noticing me, and people could not stop looking at me for some weird damn reason. And I don't mean that as a big-headed statement. I really don't. That's just what I've noticed. Okay, I am a person that's very observant of my surroundings. I know what you're doing. Okay, I'm very observant of my surroundings, and now I have to pretend that I'm oblivious to my surroundings because I don't want to lock eye contact with some random stranger. Crazy on how people have treated me, and some people have actually just completely changed the way they view me, whether for the good or for the bad. I know a few people who have treated me worse actually. Now that I've done this, now that I've lost weight, people have treated me differently. Okay, so-called people who you thought were your friends or your family, this have treated me differently, simply because I've decided to make a health change for myself. And I definitely always go back to this, as I said in my previous video. This whole physical transformation, it's a mental journey glow up. Okay, I guess you could say that in like this. Just to put it simply, this whole physical transformation is a mental journey glow up. And that is what I definitely believe. And that's the reality of it, is that some people can't accept your change. And that is not your responsibility. It is not your responsibility for them to see your change. It is not your purpose. It is not your mission. It is not your objective. Okay, the main objective is for you for yourself to get healthy, to get transformed, to get revitalized, to get re-energized, to become a new person. And that is something I definitely feel now. I can continue to encourage you guys to stay on your journey, to stay consistent. I encourage you guys to keep pressing forward. F the haters, don't worry about them. And let me tell you something, haters can come in every single form, okay? Even the closest people in your life could become one of your haters, okay? So just make sure that you're aware, right? Make sure that you are observant. Not too observant. Don't focus too much on anyone else, or don't focus too much on your surroundings, but make sure that you are good for you, that you are in an environment where you can thrive. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys also found this video helpful, and if you guys did, please press that like button down below. If you guys have any questions, queries, inquiries, accomplishments, chop it down in the comment section below. Also, if you guys like to see new content and you guys want to see videos every single Tuesday and you like what you see, please feel free to click that subscribe button down there. And with that being said, guys, like always, you guys stay safe, stay tuned, and stay Gucci, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.